Today we are talking about how our husbands just don't get it. I'm Robin and this is Sonia, and we are Bolly moms on the go. Yes. This week we were really on the go.
Oh yes. So a little bit of drama. Why it doesn't get it? Why is the dishes is still on everywhere, and the laundry and this and that? It's like it just doesn't get it. So yeah, you can feel all the drama about when your husband just doesn't get it, when you expect him to do things but just doesn't get it. So why is that?
Yeah. I think communication.
Yes, communication. So sometimes you want your husband to read your mind. Like,
yeah.
See the pile of dirty like dishes, you know what to do, right? And just like, and the husband will come and then will do his own thing, and it's like, just doesn't get it. Why are you not like?
I mean, come on, husband.
You're not reading my mind. So it's part of like expectation. You have expectation that you don't formulate.
Yeah.
And because you're not communicating properly.
Yeah.
So sometimes the husband cannot really guess what
Yeah.
you have in mind. What's your priorities too? Because he has his own priorities, his own ways of doing things.
Yeah. And when you live with someone, guys, it's rough sometimes, you know, and that happens with roommates too. It's just with your husband, you know, you're there forever. So we have to remember that in a relationship, when you're together, communication, I think any marriage counselor, any couple out there would tell you that without it, things are going to fall apart.
Oh yeah.
And we tend to communicate at our heightened level versus communicating when everything is calm and easy and good. Because when things are calm and easy and good, who wants to talk about dishes?
Oh yeah.
Right? And so what we do is we try to wait for them to read our mind. And then when they don't, we like lose our mind.
Yes.
And start yelling and screaming.
Oh, yes.
And that's not cool, you know?
That's not helpful at all.
It's
for both
not.
of you.
Yeah. And then you've got to find your partnership and your rhythm with each other. Mm-hmm. But it changes over the years, you know. We've been married for 18 years this year. Ooh. Together for 20. And, you know, we had a rhythm, and then we had a kid, and then our whole rhythm changed. And then we have another child, and then the rhythm shifts again. And then your kids start going through all of their different phases. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. And so that shifts the whole rhythm of the house. And so you have a partnership and you have sort of that rhythm going, but you also have to be flexible to let that shift and change over time. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're working on the quality of communication, and
yeah.
Don't judge like, why are you not doing that? It's like, okay, like make proper requests. It's like, oh, see the dishes, it would be really appreciate. I really appreciate if you could help me do the dishes and these kind of things. And then when you make proper requests, it might not happen the way you were expecting to be.
Or at all.
At all. Yes, because they have their own way, or because they don't really know how to do. And then that's where you still have to communicate and help the husband do the things. And sometimes just let the husband do
go.
Yeah, his own way.
Oh, what's the song?
Let it go.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry. I know you heard that enough.
It's going to be Frozen too soon, so
yeah,
you can have
right.
another song. So yeah, it's about understanding that the way you do things might not be the way your husband dealing with the different types of the home or managing the kids or whatever. And then sometimes you have to guide your husband, and sometimes you just have to let your husband do to help you.
Yeah, his way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I know that some are like very control freak in different degrees. And if you're like, but then if he's doing that, then I have to redo that. It's like, okay, what's the end result that you really expect him to get done? So that
you
don't
really have to redo it? Really.
So like you really have to manage and understand yourself.
Yeah.
What's your own needs?
Yeah. Yeah. And we are always talking about how we have to come back to ourselves, you know, and think about maybe not the problem, but maybe the challenge starts here first, you know. And then the other thing we talk about is how when it doesn't get done, you know, because then the frustration really starts to rise.
Escalate,
so you ask nicely, you know, and I always use the analogy about the kids and their shoes, putting their shoes on before we have to leave, you know, and Mom says, put your shoes on, darling, you know, nice and sweet, and then they don't, you know,
and the time
then
passes.
You say, please put your shoes on, you know, and then it turns into, put your goddamn shoes on, you know, and like it turns into like crazy mom. And then even then, sometimes they still don't do it, but it doesn't help. It's not working. And I use this with my fitness instructors as well in cueing. If you're saying the exact same thing over and over and over again, even if your voice is rising and it isn't working, you need a different approach. Switch strategies, change your tack, because doing the same thing over and over again makes you the insane person, right? You're the crazy person at this point, and you look like the crazy person, and you sound like the crazy person, and you feel like the crazy person. So
and you don't need that, because it's gonna just like put you more in stress, maybe get to burnout, and you don't want to have that.
And communication is not linear.
No,
right? It's all over the place, and how people hear communication is not linear, right? Some people are better visually, some people are better auditorily, some people need a hand. Let's go.
It remind me the video we did about the language of love.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so that's something to like know yourself better and know the other better, so you can really connect and don't feel like you're just like passing to each other and communicating and then fighting again, because you just like can't get this bond and then understand each other. Yeah.
And then you were telling me about when you got home and your husband was doing things for you that you had asked him to do.
Yes.
Just not the right way.
Yeah, just like taking a bit longer, or I'm expecting him to know things better and not needing to ask me things.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. But the end result is like, it may take him maybe 1 hour longer than I would do it. But the thing is that it's done. I don't have to spend that time to do it, because it's done. He's dealing and then he's helping me. And the thing is, like, you want him to help you. You want him to be involved in your life, managing whatever.
Well, and to be empowered, right? To be empowered to be a part of that as well.
So partnership.
Yeah. In my house, it's the opposite side. I'm the one who drives my husband crazy.
So my wife doesn't get it.
Yeah, that's right. We should do. My wife doesn't get it. My husband is the one who's a bit more particular. And we actually had a really big breakthrough last week, but I'll tell you about that in a second.
What?
So we'll talk about the dishwasher first, because the dishwasher in our house is like this big deal, right? My husband is exceptionally particular about how the dishwasher is loaded. So it doesn't matter to him. To me, I'm like, it's loaded, so turn it on and let's go. Dishes are washed. But he needs to have it a certain way. He's just very particular about it. And so he's taught the kids how to do it. Yeah, that's right. I get it. Okay, it's fair. Sort of. But so husbands out there, I get you. I understand. But now, because of that, it turns into well, then you do it, and then moms, you end up doing everything, and then you get mad that you're doing everything. But the truth is that you're the one who created that. Yeah. You taught those people how to treat you. You created this environment where nobody could do it as well as you. And part of that is a control thing.
Yeah. And it's a loop. And it's cycle and it's coming back to you, and then you're overtired, exhausted.
So let them help. Let the kids help. Oh, we talked about letting kids cook in the kitchen.
Yes.
Let them help. Let the kids help. Let the husbands help.
A partner with everyone.
Yeah. Yeah. Make it a community in your home where everybody participates. Yeah. But last week, because it's the same thing for cooking. My husband, if I'm cooking, my husband's like right over my shoulder, he's watching me all the time. So I just don't cook anymore, because it's like so annoying. So he cooks. So I completely stopped cooking in our marriage.
You feel judged.
I completely judged. I cannot do it the right way, even though it comes out, it's edible.
Is it just looking? Is it just looking?
No.
Okay.
So, but then last week he came home and he said, I know why I do that now. And I was like, why? His mother, because he was at his mom's house and she did it to him, and he was
repeating
like,
a pattern.
So he's picked up a pattern, and it cost him sort of, because his wife now never cooks.
Oh yeah, I see.
Or rarely cooks. So yeah, pretty interesting. Yeah.
So in this, my husband just doesn't get it. So our first Bolly Mom Insight. Maybe. So it's okay if your husband is not doing the things your way. Understand that you want the end result to be done. So it's okay. It's going to be a charge that is not for you, but part of a community. So it's not for you. It's not your way. It's okay.
Yeah.
So be okay with that.
It's okay.
Help is good.
Help is good. Number 2 is that we ourselves have to work on our own communication. So we have to recognize that communication is not linear. Communication comes in many forms. And if the form that you're using isn't working, time to switch it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So our third one is it's okay to agree to disagree. So as you communicate, sometimes you just have to work on your expectation and work around it. And then if you're like, I don't want to do that, that's okay. And find a way to balance so everyone can agree or feel happier. It doesn't have to agree, but like feel happier, and it is like, okay, I'm not doing that, but I'm going to do that instead, and these kind of things. That's okay.
I truly think that my marriage wouldn't have lasted as long as it has if we didn't just agree to disagree sometimes. You know, sometimes we're just not going to reach each other's point. That's cool.
Yeah. So tell us in the comments, do you have any story about your husband getting you crazy because it just doesn't get it? Or your wife. Like, how did you work around it to make it work? Or do you still feel stressed because your husband just doesn't get it and you're trying to like get over freak control?
Tell us a story about maybe one time that it actually turned around. And things worked out really well for you. We can share with each other and help each other. Thanks, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.